You raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Please have a seat. And once you are settled in, I'll have you, first off, the microphone, if you could put that right up to your mouth so the jury can hear you. That moves at the stem.
Okay.
Thank you. And if you could tell us your full name and spell your last.
My name is Michael Clark Matheny, Matheny.
Thank you, Ms. Ziderman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Matheny, did you know Todd Stermer?
Yes.
How did you know him?
It was my neighbor.
How did you know Linda Stermer?
She was my neighbor as well, and I sold hay to her.
Are they your direct neighbors?
Yes.
So your properties actually butt up to each other?
Yes.
And can you tell me what happened on January 7th of 2007 on that afternoon?
Well, we were leaving our home, my girlfriend and I at that time, to go bowling. And as we left the house, walked onto our porch, I noticed a large fire at the Stermer residence. At the time, I didn't realize that it was their home. I just thought they had a big fire real close to the back of their home. So we get in our car, drive down the driveway, and we're down in a hole. We get up on top the driveway, getting towards the road. I could tell that now it wasn't just a bonfire, that it was actually the house was on fire.
And so where were you living at that time?
Right next door to the Stermers.
What's the address? Do you know? And you said you were with your girlfriend, Connie?
Yes.
At the time, did you guys live together?
Yes, we did.
And would you have had to have driven past the Stermer home to go to on your way to the bowling alley?
Yes.
And so as you were driving by and you realized that it was a fire, what did you do?
We pulled down that driveway to the Stermer home.
At that time, did you know it was more than a bonfire, or did you or a fire outside? Did you think it was more?
No, I thought it was more. I could tell when I got most of the way down my driveway that it was the back of the house.
Down your driveway?
Down my driveway. So when we got onto the road, we could still see flames, and then we pulled down the driveway. We just knew it was a house fire.
So then you went into the Stermer driveway?
Yes.
And approximately, do you remember, is it a long driveway, short driveway?
It's a long driveway. I'm guessing 100 to 150 yards off the road.
Who was driving?
I was driving.
And what did you observe as you were driving in?
When we were driving in, we seen a van at the front of the house. So we see the van at the front of the house, and then the van made a maneuver back up to the north, and then it pulled back around to the back of the house, the west side of the house.
So I want to stop you. As you're driving towards the house, what direction is the van facing?
I believe the van was facing the south.
Which would be then towards the road, to the side?
It would be the side. So facing south, and I'm coming down the driveway. The road is to the east of that home.
Okay, so you're driving down. The van is then facing to the south as you're driving down.
Yes.
And then what does the van do?
Backs up to the north, far enough to where it could get around the back, drive to the north side of the house, and then come into the west side of the house.
So you saw the van then drive off the driveway to the north?
Yes.
And did the van stop at any point, or did it just keep on driving around?
Backed up, maneuvered to go behind the house, and then it parked behind the house on the west side of the house.
Did you see who was driving the van?
Yes,
Who was driving the van?
Linda Stermer was.
Did you make eye contact with her?
I don't recall making eye contact with her at that point, no.
How close did you get to the van?
Not very close to the van. I probably got, at that point, I was 40 yards.
You were about 40 yards away.
I parked up on the top side of the house, ran around the back side.
So when you continued then, the van had already gone to the back of the house and you parked at the top of the driveway?
Yes,
And that would have been close to the front door?
yes.
And then what did you do once you parked there?
I ran around the back side of the house just to see who was in the van and then to find out what was going on, you know. And at that time I believe Linda had jumped out of the van already, and I was yelling to her, you know, where's the kids? Where's Todd?
And did she respond to you?
Not at first, no.
What was she doing?
Just quite hysterical, yelling, just hands in the air. I don't know exactly, but very hysterical.
So did you actually see her get out of the van?
I can't recall, but I can't recall her actually getting out of the van, but
So when you
I'm
first
certain.
saw her, she was walking towards you from the van?
On the side of the van, possibly, just, we had some distance between us. So I can't recall exactly the distance between us. Don't recall exactly if I seen her step out of that van. But it was just the two of us there.
Nobody else was there at that time?
Nobody else was there.
So just you, Connie, and Linda?
Yes.
And as you were asking her, where's Todd, where's the kids, did she say anything?
No.
Was she able to then communicate to you at a point to tell you where Todd was?
Yes, finally, I was screaming, where's Todd? Where's the kids? Then she says, he's right there.
She said he's right there?
Yes.
And how far away was she pointing?
Once again, I'm not for certain, but she might have been 20 yards away at that point, you know.
And she's pointing 20 yards away?
Yes.
And
Basically
saying-
where I was, and then I looked and, I mean, he was right there. I just did not see him.
So he was close to you?
He was close to me, yeah.
How far? From you to me or farther?
Definitely, no, not, it was that close. Me to you or closer.
So let the record reflect approximately 15 to 20 feet?
18 feet-ish.
And so when you looked down and you didn't realize that was Todd?
Just never seen him. I was trying to get a grasp of the situation and try to figure out if no one, as hysterical as she was acting, I was trying to make sure there was nobody in that house. So I just did not see him. And then finally, where's Todd? Where's Todd? Where's the kids? I think she, going back on my memory, I think I got out of her that the kids weren't there, but then I was still trying to find out where Todd was, and that's when she said he's right there.
Did you go over to where she was pointing?
Yes.
And did you see Todd?
Yes.
And what condition was he in?
Badly burned. Neck up was basically gone. I mean, it was in just a bad sight. Hands were badly burnt.
Was he clothed?
I didn't think he was clothed. I just seen a naked body.
What did you do once you saw that?
ran up to my truck to tell my girlfriend. I don't know if I'd made a couple trips down, but I ran up to the truck at one point. It was either the second time or that time to tell my girlfriend, call 911. I think I'd made a couple passes down, and then when I seen Todd burnt, I definitely ran up to the truck to get some articles of clothing. It was cold out, to cover him, get under him, just some kind of comfort.
Did you find some clothes in your car?
Yes.
What type of clothing were you able to grab?
Just work hoodies, thermal stuff. It wasn't pants or nothing, but like hoodies, warm weather stuff that someone would wear as outer clothing that worked outside. Don't know what all was there, but I had lots of hoodies and thermal sweatshirts and things like that. So I'm certain that was just a pile of that stuff I brought.
Why did you have all that in your car?
Because I worked outside, and in the mornings it was cold, so you wear that to work. As it gets warmer, you take it off, throw it in the truck, and next day you repeat the process. And
so you grabbed the items and you went back to Todd.
yes.
And what was Linda doing at that point?
At one point, she came over to the body, to Todd, I'm sorry, and just was hugging him and, oh Todd, something to that effect, and still hysterical, but she was on his body.
So when you say on his body, what do you mean?
Just covering him. She was on his body, on the ground with him.
Was she next to him? Was she on top of him?
I would call it she was on top of him.
Were they face to face?
Not face to face. I wouldn't say face to face. It was almost neck to face, chest to face.
But she was in this upper area.
Yes.
Did you see her trying to do CPR or mouth to mouth at that time?
No.
And then what did you do when you arrived back over to Todd? Did you cover him up with your clothing?
Yes. I'm sorry. I covered him, got some clothes under him, covered him with that same clothing, and that's about all I could think to do.
Was he face up or face down when you saw him?
I recall face up.
And nobody else had arrived at this point?
Not at that time, no.
So at the time you were covering him with the clothing, nobody else was there except for you and Linda and Connie?
Correct.
Did somebody eventually arrive?
Yes.
Do you recall who?
I don't remember if it was the fire chief or my neighbor, Mr. Mosali. I can't remember which one got there first, but at one point they both came over to Todd.
And did anyone try to render aid at that point?
Not that I noticed. They weren't rendering aid at that point, no.
Did you assist in trying to move Todd?
Yes.
What was that discussion?
I can't remember who suggested it, but the fire was quite intense. There was a fuel oil tank right beside where we were, there with Todd, and someone suggested we got to get him away from the side of the house. So I don't recall if it was myself and another person. I believe it was Mr. Mosali's son. We went behind the house looking for something to lay Todd on and then carry him away from the side of the house. And we found, I believe it was a kayak or some kind of a little boat back behind their house, and we grabbed it, brought it up to the top of where his body was.
So when you say a kayak, I'm picturing something that's kind of angled up, like that you actually paddle in the river. Was it like that?
It was just a small little craft, but I want to say it wasn't like a canoe, it was more like a kayak, I want to say. And there was a cutout area in it to where you could lay somebody, and I don't know if it was on a platform or not, to where you could get on four corners and take it away or not, but that's what we came up with, and I think that's what it was.
And so then you assisted then in putting him on in that kayak or that transport?
I believe I did. There was, I think at that time, 4 of us, I believe, and yes, we got him in that craft and got him away from the house.
Do you know if he was breathing?
I wouldn't be able to say if he was breathing. I never seen the chest moving that I can recall.
Did he say anything?
No.
The items that you put on, you said they were work clothes?
Yes.
Yeah, where do you work?
A family business. It's Clark's Auto Parts. It's a salvage yard. It's what you would call a junkyard. We deal in car parts, used car parts, and scrap iron.
Are you behind the desk kind of a guy, or are you out in the field kind of a guy?
I'm a desk guy now, but then I was a field guy.
And you said that a lot of times you had those clothes on and it would get hot and you'd throw them in the back.
Yep. Yes.
When you were driving to go bowling, I mean, do those clothes stink?
No, I don't think they did. I didn't smell them.
So they didn't smell anything in the car?
No.
And when you put them on, Todd, would you have put them on, Todd, if you could smell anything on them?
No.
I have no further questions for this witness. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
We are now here in late March of 2025. This fire happened 2007, 18 years ago. You're testifying, you're trying to give us your best memory, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right. But you would agree you probably had a better memory back in 2007 or 2010?
Yes.
You said you drove up, first of all, you saw the smoke, and then you realized, actually, as you were starting to come down your driveway, there's a fire. It's not a bonfire or something like that. There's a house fire.
Yes.
Right.
When I was still in my driveway, I noticed the house was on fire. Yes.
Yeah. What kind of vehicle did you have?
I had an F-150 extended cab.
Like an all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive?
Yes.
You come up to the driveway, and I'm not real sure how Can you see this?
Yes.
So if I make sure I'm right, we've been looking at the north being this way, okay?
Yes.
So you are here, right?
Yes.
And then Stermers are here,
Yes.
And then Dr. Masali is here.
Yes.
So you come from your driveway, and you're about, I think, 400 some yards, your property. You own a lot of property, right? Like lot acres.
That piece on that side of the road's 40 acres.
Okay. So you come down your driveway, and then you come up to Stermer's house, right?
Yes.
Now, have you ever been to the Stermer's house?
I'd never been in it. I've been in their driveway, I think, before delivering hay, but
Okay.
never inside.
You know, it had like a bay window area in the back.
It was a walkout, but I don't know how it was configured
If I
back
just
there.
showed you, this is, and I'm just going to show you for the record, this is Scott Leroy's picture of Exhibit B.9. It's an aerial after the fire, but I will represent to you, it's been told to us that north is this way, to the right.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Can I see that again? Were you just, yes, north is that way, yes.
No, orange. Pardon?
Is this
It
an
is
exhibit admitted?
B.9. I'm going to move for the exhibit.
Admit-
You can look it
Okay,
up.
okay.
Unless council wants to stipulate right now, but we'll leave it up. Scott Leroy. Yeah.
Do you want to admit it?
I mean, we're going to, Your Honor, just for the record, we're going to do the same exhibit in digital format later on during Mr. Leroy's testimony, so I don't know if we want to duplicate.
I'll just move for, for the admission of B9 at this point.
Okay. So
Thank you.
we can, I'll admit it as defense exhibit B9.
If I show you this, you came up the driveway, right?
Yes,
Which would be from the bottom, from the east,
from the east, yes.
heading east to west. And ultimately, you saw Linda's vehicle in the back, correct? In the
Correct.
west.
Yes.
But first, you saw her backing up from the northeast end of the house,
About where your marker was, right?
all right,
To some degree, yes.
kind of here at the bottom, right?
Yes.
She was sideways to you. She wasn't head on.
From my memory, I believe she was
Sideways.
sideways, seen me coming down the drive,
Heading backwards?
and then back towards the north to get room between, because there was a little side, it wasn't really a driveway, but they were kind of using it as a driveway to get behind the house.
Right, so there's no formal driveway,
Nothing formal.
just
It
kind
was
of a path where people have driven. Fair?
what I would fair, yes.
Right. And not even a true two-track, because it's grassy.
There was grass there, so like I said, I hadn't been there, other than deliver hay, so I don't know. I just know there was grass there, so
Okay.
yes.
So you see her, and you park out in front, right?
Yes.
You see Linda driving back toward the back, right?
Yes.
It's a high-stress situation for you even though, right?
Yes.
All right. So you run toward the back, am I right?
Yes.
And you actually ran past Todd Stermer once,
Yes.
did not see him.
Did not see him.
Then you have testified before, you came back to the car to tell Connie, call 911. Right?
Yes, that was in my test. I couldn't remember which time I told her to call 911, but yes.
And on that time, you ran by him and you didn't see him again.
Correct.
And he's laying on the ground.
Yes.
Then, after you're done telling Connie, call 911, you run back to Linda.
Yes.
You didn't see him then.
Correct.
So 3 times you did not see Todd Stermer as he was on the ground. Fair?
That's fair.
And we'll get to what you talk about, how you found out about Todd Stermer in a second. What I want to do, though, Your Honor, is play that 911 call. You told Connie to call 911, right?
Yes.
You know she did call 911.
She said she did.
Well, do you remember being on the phone for a second with 911?
Me personally?
Yes.
I don't remember. No.
Okay. If you heard your voice, you'd know it.
Yes.
And if you heard her voice, you would know her voice.
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm going to object at this point just for hearsay. I mean, he can play his voice, but I mean, honestly, at this point, he doesn't even remember being on the phone with 911.
This is the classic situation of 1, an excited utterance, and 2, a present sense impression. So it's not. And it's not offered for the truth of the matter asserted, so it's not even hearsay.
Why is it offered?
Because it's offered to show the sense of the trauma and excitement in the scene, which is why we have an excited utterance if it were hearsay. But it's not offered for the truth of actually what's being stated in the conversation.
It's not a present sense impression.
Pardon?
It's not a present sense impression.
No, I'm more, I think maybe an excited utterance, however.
Clearly an excited utterance.
But again, it's he doesn't even remember the phone call. He doesn't remember if it's even his voice on the phone.
Well, we could send the jury out and have him hear it.
That's fine.
Okay. Jury, I'm going to send you out briefly.
Right before it. I don't know what
030-250.
is my address. This is the house right before it.
Okay.
There's people here.
You know if anybody lives there?
I do, yes, they live here.
Is anybody inside you?
I don't know. I see people right now. I don't know if anyone's inside.
670.
It is raining.
Is it north or south of you?
Oh my God. It's
Is it more
north of
towards?
me.
It's
Yeah,
north
it's
of
right
you?
before my house. It's right before, so it would be the number before me.
Okay, we'll have the fire department on the way. What's your name, please?
My name is Connie Calhoun. It's Linda Stermer's house.
Linda Stermer?
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
You heard the woman on the phone or on the 911 call?
Yes.
You recognize her voice?
Yes.
That Connie Stermer? Connie Calhoun?
Yes.
And you lived with her
Yes.
several years?
Yes.
Recognize her voice?
I do.
And is that her voice? Do you recognize that?
That's her voice. Yes.
And you recognize that as your voice? On there?
I didn't
was
hear
just
my
asking.
voice.
Oh, his voice isn't on there yet? Okay.
(3:31 p.m. 7 seconds, January 7, 2007).
911 emergency.
There's a fire. There's a house on fire.
A house on
Right
there?
there. They live here.
Is anybody inside you?
I don't know. I see people right now. I don't know if anyone's inside.
670.
It is raining.
Is it north or south of you?
Oh my God. It's
Is it more
north of
towards?
me.
It's
Yeah,
north
it's
of
right
you?
before my house. It's right before, so it would be the number before me.
Okay, we'll have the fire department on the way. What's your name, please?
My name is Connie Calhoun. It's Linda Stermer's house.
Linda Stermer?
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
God, she's outside. But I don't know if people.
They know?
She's outside, but she's screaming something to my boyfriend.
Okay. Can you see what she's screaming?
I don't know. They're like trying to get near the house. Like I don't know if someone's there. She's freaking out.
Inside or not?
Oh my God. Please don't tell me someone is there.
Are you able to go outside with your cell phone and see if...
Yes.
We just want to know if anybody's inside or not.
Is there anybody inside? Is there? Oh my God! Yes!
There's someone inside? Ma'am? Okay, calm down. We got the fire department on the way there, okay? Okay. Someone's inside. Your husband outside with... Ma'am? Yeah, I need you to calm down so you can help me, okay?
Okay, I do.
Okay, just calm down so you can help me.
Okay.
Do you know how many people are inside?
Is there anybody else inside?
She said someone's inside.
Yes, there is all around.
Okay.
It's okay.
Is that Linda in the background?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Where's your husband at?
He's right here.
Okay. Can I talk to him?
Yes. Can you run? She knows I'm her husband. It's okay, Todd.
What's your husband's name?
His name is Todd.
What's your husband's name?
My name is Mike. I can't talk to him. He's very avoidant. We're trying to call him all our phone.
Is your husband inside her house?
No, he's outside on fire.
Okay. Can I talk to your husband, please? Connie? 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 Okay, can you give the phone to your husband so I can talk to him?
Hello?
Sir?
Yeah.
Okay, is anybody still in the house?
No one's in the house as far as I know.
No one is in the house?
But the man is...
Hello?
Boys 102 responding 1534. A yellow structure.
Sir, the male voice that was on that tape, was that you?
Sounded like me.
Connie Calhoun, you recognize her voice. You haven't been to any other fires at the Stermer house, have you?
No.
All right, especially on January 6, 2007?
Correct.
That would have been your voice when she handed you the phone because 911 wanted to talk to her husband, you.
Yes.
Your Honor, the foundation is laid. It's not even offered for the truth of the matter asserted. It doesn't matter what is being asserted.
Anything
Yes.
else, Ms. Ziderby?
I object, Your Honor. These are statements made in response to questioning. They are not excited utterances. So when they're being reflective answers to responses to questions, it's taken out of the excited utterance phase of somebody saying, oh, there's a fire. You have hearsay upon hearsay. You don't have the original dispatcher here or anybody to authenticate that tape. There's a plethora of problems here, Your Honor. I mean, he may recognize his voice, but these are not excited utterances when they're in response to questioning.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm going to overrule the objection. First off, I find this is not hearsay. He's not trying to prove that there was a fire in the house through this 911 call. He's not trying to prove whether Todd Stermer was in the house or not. He's trying to, I believe he indicated, show the excitement of the situation. Even if it were offered for the truth of the matter asserted, I conclude that it comes under the excited utterance exception to the hearsay rule. It arises out of a startling occasion. It must be made before there has been time to contrive and misrepresent. I find that to be the case here. And it must relate to the circumstances of the startling occasion. So I find that all of those apply in this case. And I don't think because they're responding to questions that it takes it out of that. So I'll overrule the objection, allow the 911.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bring in the jury, please. Sir, you're still under oath, okay? Mr. Mueller?
Thank you. Sir, you told your then girlfriend, Connie Calhoun, call 911, and she did, right?
Yes.
All right.
Are you moving to admit that before you play it?
I'm going to move for the admission of Exhibit HH.
Your Honor, do we have an actual, like a flash drive or something that's going to be provided for the jury to have in the, we don't see an exhibit?
Absolutely will.
You said yes, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's exhibit. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
You can, so admitted.
3:31 p.m., 7 seconds, January 7, 2007.
911 emergency.
There's a fire. There's a house on fire.
A house on fire. Where?
Connie Road 215, 67030. My address is the house right before it. I don't know.
030-250.
It's my address. It's the house right before it.
Okay.
There's people here.
You know if anybody lives there?
I do. Yes, they live here.
Is anybody inside? You know?
I don't know. I see people right now. I don't know if anyone's inside.
670-250.
It is flaming.
Is it not north or south of you?
Oh my God. It's
Is it more
north of
towards?
me.
It's north
It's
of
right before my house. It's right before. So it would be the number before me.
Okay, we'll have the fire department on the way. What's your name, please?
My name is Connie Calhoun. It's Linda Stermer's house.
Linda Stermer?
Yes. Oh my
Okay.
God. She's outside, but I don't know if people's in it. Oh my God.
She is outside now?
She's outside, but she's screaming something to my boyfriend.
Okay. Can you see what she's screaming?
I don't know. They're like trying to get near the house. Like I don't know if someone's there. She's freaking out.
Outside or not?
Oh my God. Please don't tell me someone's in there.
Are you able to go outside with your cell phone and see if...
Yes.
We just want to know if anybody's inside or not.
Is there anybody inside? Is there? Oh my God! Yes!
There's someone inside? Ma'am? Okay, calm down. We got the fire department on the way there, okay? Okay. Someone's inside. Your husband outside with Ma'am? Yeah, I need you to calm down so you can help me, okay? Okay, just calm down so you can help me. Do you know how many people are inside?
Is there anybody else inside?
She said someone's inside. Okay. Is that Linda in the background?
Yes.
Okay. Where's your husband at?
He's right here.
Okay. Can I talk to him?
Yes. Can you let him? She knows I'm her husband. It's okay, Todd.
What's your husband's name?
His name is Todd.
What's your husband's name?
My name is Mike. I can't talk to him. He's trying to we're trying to call him off our phone.
Is your husband inside her house?
No, he's outside on fire.
Okay. Can I talk to your husband, please? Connie? Connie? Okay, can you give the phone to your husband so I can talk to him?
Hello?
Sir?
Yeah.
Okay, is anybody still in the house?
No one's in the house as far as I know.
No one is in the house?
But the man is...
Hello?
Sir, does that adequately capture the chaos?
Yes.
And that's what you observed in Linda Stermer as you were on the scene, fair?
Fair, yes.
And when you ran back and forth the third time you ran to talk to Linda Stermer, you're yelling at her, "Where are your kids?" She couldn't even answer you, right?
Yes.
And then finally, you and she started looking around. "Where's Todd? Where's Todd?" You weren't getting an answer, right?
Correct.
And then she pointed, "There he is," right?
To my record, yes.
You then went back to your truck, right?
Yes.
And got clothes, you said, from, what'd you say you had? F-150?
Yes.
Was it from the bed of the truck or it's one of those with the two doors?
It's an extended cab. I got it out of the back seat.
Okay. You work, and you and I have talked before, right?
Yes.
I think you call it just an old school junkyard.
At that time, yes.
scrapyard in
Yes.
2007. And you were a hands-on guy, right?
Yes,
And you deal in vehicles where you got to take them apart, strip them, right?
yes,
So you have gasoline and fuel on your clothes, just kind of the course of your work. It's what you do.
it's possible, yes.
All right. So you got clothes, and because obviously Todd, we've heard, is naked from the waist down to cover him up for privacy or whatever, you put several pieces of clothing on him, right?
Yes,
I think you said a couple hoodies, remember a flannel jacket?
don't know exactly what it looked like, but that's something that I would have, yes.
If I show you the rest of your recollection. Just picture of a piece of clothes, red flannel jacket.
It looks like something that I would wear to work, yes.
If I tell you, and we'll talk about this later with other witnesses, if I tell you this is an item of clothing, that red flannel jacket, that he took off of Todd Stermer after the fire, you wouldn't have any reason to disagree, that's what you put on.
Correct.
All right. Now, you folks, we've heard from Dr. Masali before you. Dr. Masali said his son, and you said his son and you found this dinghy-type boat, right?
Yes.
Kayak, you said?
Something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something watercraft.
Okay, some kind of watercraft, but it was about 7 or 8 feet long. You recall you've told me that?
I don't know the exact length of what it was.
Roughly.
Roughly, yes.
7 or 8 feet long. And you dragged it, you found that actually on the other side of the house, right?
I believe we found it on the west side of the house.
Toward the back here, you said?
Right, about near that shed right there.
All right,
somewhere
then.
in that area is where it was.
All right. In the upper left corner of this photograph, that we said was B9, there's a shed.
Yes.
Yes. And somewhere in this area, you don't remember where, but you found this boat.
Yes.
And you had to drag it all the way over to where Todd was.
Yes.
Was kind of in this northwest corner by that drive, that little grassy area, right?
I was thinking it was northeast.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Let me back up. There was a green fuel tank that's
Yes.
on the north side of the house, right, pretty much in the middle of the house.
Correct.
And Todd was closer to that.
Yes, I
When
would
you
say.
when you first arrived and saw him, right?
Yes.
All right. So picture we just not the scale drawing, my crappy little drawing. You found him somewhere here, you put him in a boat, this is from Dr. Masali, and you took him more to the side of the road,
Yes.
side of the big drive, right?
Yes.
All right. But you had put your clothes on him before he went in the boat.
Correct.
And as you sit here, you did not notice an odor of gasoline or any other petroleum product emanating from Todd Stermer before you put his clothes on him, fair?
I did not.
All right. If you would have noticed a strong odor of gasoline, fuel, whatever, you would remember that, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. You would have noticed it because here's a man who was on fire, the house fire. Why do we smell gasoline on him? Fair?
Fair.
Yeah. Let me show you if I can show you something. See if I can refresh your memory. I'm going to show you an affidavit you had signed back on February 2, 2021. You see that? Bottom left?
Yes.
And that's affidavit of Michael Matheny, that's your signature?
Yes.
On paragraph 3, when I got to Todd Stermer, there was no odor of gasoline or any other petroleum product emanating from his body or clothes. If there had been, I would have noticed it. Did I read that right?
Yes.
That jog your memory that if you had actually smelled gasoline or some kind of fuel, you would have noticed it.
Yes.
I'll take that back from you. As you sit here 18 years later, do you think that when you first laid eyes on Todd Stermer after Linda and you were looking for him and she pointed him out, that you think he was on his back?
Yes.
Are you certain about that, or are you just 18 years later, best memory I can give you?
No, I'm certain about that. He was on his back.
Okay. You don't know how he got on his back, right?
No.
Am I right? You do not know how he got on his back. Would that be right?
That would be correct.
Thank you. Do you remember what she was wearing, Linda Stermer?
No.
Do you remember whether she was wearing, that she didn't have any shoes on?
I don't recall.
One way or another?
One way or other. I don't remember what she was wearing.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Your Honor. You were interviewed by police officers on the scene, right?
Yes.
And then you were interviewed by an insurance investigator. You remember that? A couple days later, within a week or so?
I don't remember that.
Do you recall a guy's name, James Shinsky?
I don't.
All right. If he has a record from just a week after the fire that you said you didn't notice any odors, any reason to disagree with that?
Yeah, if I signed something,
It would be consistent with what you just testified to us now.
right, but I don't remember that conversation.
He has no memory. He has no memory. If you talked to him, he has no memory of what he said.
One, this is cross-examined. I can ask him, if you said this, and he's got it in a report, you have no reason to disagree with it.
I'll sustain that objection.
All right. I don't have any other questions for you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Seiderbean?
Thank you, Your Honor. And Mr. Yeah. All right. So when we listen to that tape, it sounds like it's a lot more than just chaotic.
Yeah. I never heard that before. Yeah. Yes.
It actually even brought out emotion in you listening to it. So not only were you chaotic, Connie was chaotic, people were running around and screaming,
Yes.
including Connie. You were panicked,
Yes.
still even traumatizing to this day.
Yes.
So you were not in a good frame of mind.
Not at that time.
So I want to clarify one of the questions that Attorney Mueller asked you. He said that you and Linda were looking around the property saying, "Where's Todd? Where's Todd?" But that's not how I remembered your direct.
And that's not how I remember it. No.
So I believe you testified that she walked up to you, or she was walking towards you from the van. Is that correct?
There was some distance between between us. She wasn't in the van. I'm still asking her, where's Todd? And at some point, I don't exactly remember how long or if she told me the kids weren't there, but at one point, there was still distance between us. She said right there.
So you weren't looking for him?
I wasn't looking for him, no.
She just pointed to him?
Yes.
So she knew where he was?
Objection. Formal question. Call for him to speculate she knew where he was in the mind of another person? Really?
But if you can rephrase it.
So she said to you what?
He's right there.
And she was pointing directly at him?
I don't remember the pointing, but she just said he's right there, and there he was.
And again, you were not in the best frame of mind.
Correct.
So did you smell the burning fire when you were on scene?
Not that I recall. There was a fire. I don't know what I was smelling, but I don't remember what I was smelling. There was a fire.
Do you remember smelling burnt flesh?
No.
Do you remember smelling burnt hair?
No.
Do you remember smelling the mud as you were kneeling over Todd?
No.
Did you write that affidavit that Mr. Mueller just read from? Did you write that out for him?
My signature was on it, but it was typed out.
Did you type it out?
No.
So you did not type those statements?
No.
And you know from being at your profession, you know what oil, fuel oil, those types of things smell like, correct?
Correct.
And when you were in a better state of mind, thinking you were going bowling in your vehicle, did you smell anything in your vehicle at that time?
No.
If you would have had clothes that smelled of work, would you have taken them out of your vehicle?
Gasoline, I would have, yes.
At any time were you down by Todd's feet?
Not that I recall.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Yes, please. Sir, you know what an affidavit is, right? It's a
Sworn statement.
It's a sworn statement where you swear to tell the truth.
Yes.
And you read it and understood it, because you can read and write, right?
Correct.
And you agreed with it, otherwise you wouldn't have signed it.
Correct.
Now, as to this question about gasoline or the clothing in your truck, you have never experienced putting clothing with gasoline on it, embedded in it just from your work, on some kind of hot surface or hot body, right? Never did that before.
No.
So you don't know what would have transferred from your clothes to any clothes on Todd Stermer, right?
No, I don't.
Oh. Linda was out of her van when you were coming toward her, I think, did you say 40 yards away?
I would think 40s. I mean, that's ballpark, give or take.
I just want to make sure we're clear. When she pointed out, there's Todd, how far were you from her?
20 yards, 25 yards at that point.
Okay.
She had made up the distance from the van to me at that point.
Right. I just wanted to be clear. She wasn't just stepping out of her van going, there's Todd.
No.
She previously knew where Todd was. It was, she's the distance from you, you're 20-some yards away, and she points, there's Todd.
Yes.
Like a discovery. True?
She said, there's Todd.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
Anything else to say?
No, Your Honor.
Jury, any questions of him? No question? Oh, I've got one hand going up. I have some questions from the jury, okay? Sir, what time did you arrive at the Stermer residence?
From some testimony that I gave, we leave our house at 3:30 to go bowling. It's in Pawpaw, so it would have been, 3:30 to 3:45.
Okay. How long were you on the scene?
Till late into the evening. I don't remember how exactly long, but quite a few hours.
Did fire trucks arrive with sirens at the time of the recorded call to 911?
At one point they did. I don't remember when they showed up exactly, but there was definitely fire trucks on scene.
Okay. At the time of the 911 call, or?
At the 911 call, there was just Connie, Linda, and I.
Okay. Did you follow the same route behind the house as Linda Stermer when you arrived?
No, I kept parked on the top side of the house, the east side of the house.
Were the clothes well saturated and or soiled that you placed on Todd?
No.
Yeah, I may have asked you this one already, but let me know if I did. If Linda said he's right there as you were walking up to her, was it on your first initial trip around the house?
No, it wasn't.
Your Honor, can I get that question asked again?
If Linda said he's right there as you were walking up to her, was it on your first initial trip around the house?
It was not.
Okay. Thank you. Counsel, any questions briefly in light of those questions and answers?
I don't have any.
Just a few. If the 911 call was 3:31, which we've heard, you with me?
Yes.
3:31 in the afternoon. You had been on the scene for at least a few minutes. You went down, remember, down to try to find Linda, find out what's going on, then you ran up.
I'm going to object. I think we need to structure this more as a question. I feel like counsel is actually testifying.
I'm laying the background of what he testified.
Okay. Just ask the question then.
You had been on scene for a few minutes, right?
When
By the time the 911 call was made, because you had to go
Correct.
down. All right. And there were no fire. You were the ones who called 911, as far as you know.
Correct.
All right.
Just saying this off memory, prior testimony is better served.
Your clothes may not have been saturated with fuel, but just in normal course of what you do, fuel gets on your clothes, right?
Could have. I'm not saying there was fuel on those clothes, but if there was, it wouldn't be uncommon.
It certainly wouldn't surprise you.
It wouldn't surprise me.
When you're in the course of your work, you're also laying tools on things, and sometimes maybe chainsaws and other things can get on your clothes.
Your Honor, he's still testifying. I would ask that these be rephrased in terms of questions.
It's getting cumulative because it was already covered and crossed,
One
but
more
I'll let you
question,
ask
Your
one more
Honor.
question.
Thank you. Tools like chainsaws could get on your clothes, and they have fuel in them.
They could have. I don't know if they were back there, but they could have.
And that wouldn't be unusual.
It wouldn't be unusual.
Thank you.
Inside of you,
But again, you would have smelt it inside of your cab as you were going bowling that day.
Correct.
Thank you. No further questions.
Jury, any other questions? Nope. Is he excused from his subpoena?
I would ask that you please be excused from subpoena.
Excused from subpoena? Yep.
The
Thank you.
excused.
Thank you, sir. You're all done. You're excused from subpoena. Jury, I'm going to let you go for the night. Sorry about going late, but we wanted to get this witness done for you. So I'll have you, oh, you have a question of this witness? Oh, do you have a question? Is it about the case, sir? Don't tell me what it is, but is it about the case itself and the evidence?
If you read it, I think you'll understand. It's not something that needs to be addressed now.
Okay. I'll look at it at another time then? Is it, okay. Okay. We'll retrieve it, but I'll show it to the attorneys too, and we'll maybe respond tomorrow for you, okay? I'll have you report back to the jury room at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Please, please, please remember the rules. No social media, no watching the news, no discussing the case with anybody else, no posts of the case, okay? We'll see you in the morning. Thank you.